Hi and welcome back to our GCP-Mindset channel and all topics on clinical research. Today we'll talk about Rule 10 of the responsibilities of the investigator according to good clinical practice. More after the break. Rule 10. Maintain good trial files and archives. The storage and archiving of study documents is an essential topic of clinical studies. You need to realize that you work with highly confidential data. Therefore, it is essential to store study documents safe from unauthorized access. This involves not only subjects, but also monitors who partially do not work for clinical research organizations, but rather directly for other sponsors. Ideally, you should have lockable filing cabinets at your disposal in your monitoring room, and you should only take out the study documents needed by the monitor. Take this seriously, because industrial espionage at your trial site may possibly have consequences for you. In most EU countries, study documents must, in principle, be securely archived by you for around 10 years. This implies your archiving facilities must be pest protected, i.e., devoid of rodents and moths, and must be safe from unauthorized access, fire, and water damage. Most sponsors arrange an archive period of 15 years by an agreement with the study site, which then has to be adhered to. In case of such long-term archiving periods, you should also consider the local conditions. So if you, for example, archive in a flood-prone area, do not establish the archive in the basement. Old buildings or thatched houses prone to fires are also unsuitable for the establishment of archive rooms. If you are not able to ensure adequate protection against environmental influences, or have reached an age at which you are thinking about retirement, it is advisable to rent an external archive room. Discuss this with the sponsor. Sometimes sponsors also pay for an external archive, as the costs are manageable and it ensures secure archiving. An archiving period of 15 years is based on the fact that inspectors of the authorities may appear at your trial site up to 15 years after the end of the study and may demand access to the files. This absolutely occurs in practice. For example, when an application for re-registration of an already approved drug is filed for another indication. At this point, the need for legibly and comprehensively compiled study documents becomes clear once again, because if you cannot read your own handwriting anymore of more than a decade ago, or if you have adopted illegible or incomplete recorded documents of former colleagues, you will not be able to answer any questions from inspectors about the content of the documents. References to insufficient traceability are frequent queries by monitors. Therefore, take this as an invitation to compile your documentation in a more detailed way. It is often better to write one sentence more than you would routinely do. For example, why you see no causal relationship between a serious adverse event and the study medication, or why a study visit could not take place in time. Not only does this save you time during the study due to fewer queries by monitors, but it also protects you from inspection processes after the study, which are protracted and potentially embarrassing, if you can no longer trace your own 10-year-old documentation. When your contractual archiving period has expired, please contact the sponsor and discuss the future location of the study documents, whether they may really be destroyed or if they are supposed to be relocated in an external archive. So much about the Rule 10 for investigators. We will look into each of the other rules in future videos, so stay tuned. We hope that we could give you some interesting information and look forward to see you next time. Goodbye.